Equality. Equal. Women don't want equality. Women don't want equality. I was reading a dating profile of a woman who had 2 kids, had a little couple extra pounds, and she said she wanted a man that had no stomach. I was like, wait a minute. Does she have a stomach? She thick with, 2 kids. It's a good chance she got a little extra. That's not what this is about. So recently, I was looking on World Star Hip Hop, and I was looking at a recent case of a middle school teacher, 2 of them actually, not at the same school, but both of them were involved with a 14-year-old boy. And of course, you don't know who the boy is, but I believe one of the boys was ethnic. He was black, and the other boy was just a white kid. Anyway, so I want to, hey, what's going on? They want to rule over you, yeah. Some women want to rule it all, and other women are submissives. They're like, I'm not interested in ruling my man. I just want him to be a man. So not all women are on it like that, happy, but the women that get me are some of these teachers who are sleeping and they're not, they didn't kiss the kid on accident. I'm at work, so I gotta watch this when I get off. Okay, I leave my comments about this. Okay, no problem. AA to you. I'm glad you stopped by. I think you're a woman, and stop by later and give your comments. That's awesome. We're women like this when you were right when I was in high school. Listen, when I was in high school, there were women like this, and I was 17. Okay, I kind of figured you were by your profile, but you don't know these days, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be kid gloving around all day, because somebody may be a man but identify as a woman, and it's okay. It's not okay. If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. But yeah. But you gotta be like, are you a woman? Okay, thanks for letting us know you're a woman, and then you gotta, you gotta act accordingly after that. But you just don't know, because people are easily offended, and oh my God, and it's just like, But when I was younger, there was a woman who I was attracted to when I was 17, and she knew it. I was on her case. She knew it too, boy. She was like, nope, not gonna happen. But she let me flirt with her, stuff like that. You don't go to jail for flirting, Plus, there wouldn't have been me saying a doggone thing if it would have went down. I wouldn't have said nothing. Not one word. Nonetheless, I was 17, so in the state of Pennsylvania, I don't know if, like in the state of Ohio, 16 and up is legal for a consenting. You can consent at 16 in Ohio and a bunch of other states. So if somebody is 70 messing around with a 16-year-old, it's not favored. It's not like the cops are like, yeah, good job. They're like, yeah. But they'll look at the age, they'll look at the law, they'll look at what transpired. Then they'll say, did she or he consent at that age? And if the answer is yes, then that person's not going to go to jail. Cops are just going to be like, the age is 16 in Ohio. It is what it is. So, even if the mom is like, I want it, it's just like, it's clear that this person wants to be or wanted to be with this person at that time. So the answer is no. And the police can pretty much walk away. If you can prove it, you walk away. But that's straddling the fence. Very close. But nowadays, you'll see a 15-year-old and you'll swear that she's 21. You'll swear up and down. And you got to ask. Remember one time I was at a fashion show, me and this guy standing there talking, and this girl comes out and starts talking to us. And we're just chatting it up. And, we're talking to her, and then we just happen to stop talking to her, and it just, we both were just like, wait, how old are you? Now, everybody, there's a bunch of people there. We were like, how old are you? She's like 13. We both cut out of there so quick. We were like, eh. Anyway, so these teachers, listen, these women don't want equality. They don't. With these teachers, there's so many cases of these female teachers having these these illegal relationships with these kids, and they keep doing it. And they keep doing it because there's very little jail time. One woman got 10 years probation. So what? And she's allowed to keep her teaching certificate and go right back to work. But she got 10 years probation. She doesn't have to register as a sex offender, nothing. It's like, wait a minute. You just gave two guys 30 years. 30 years. You gave one guy life because he was messing with two underage girls. 12. He's messing. This dude. This guy was homeless, and I forgot what city, and I think it was in Detroit. And the mom let him stay there, and she had 3 girls. And 2 of them were twins. So there was 12, and a 14-year-old. He got all 3 of them pregnant. I was like, dude, you wanted to go to jail. They gave him life. I disagree with giving him life, but boy, he was asking for it. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what the mom was thinking about, but it's just like, you knew it was going to be all bad. It's just like, oh, come on. Nonetheless, I think if you're going to give a man life, then you can't give a woman 10 years probation. You can't give a woman 5 years and then give her 6 months and then let her out after a couple months. After she was getting pretty much, these high school boys were taking turns on her all at once, and she was getting them high, and she was drinking with them, and she was married. And all of these teachers, the majority of them are married. And it's not one time that they're doing this with these kids. They have these long, ongoing relationships with these kids, and they're only sorry when they get caught. Women don't want equality. I keep seeing these cases and keep seeing the same thing, and I'm done with hearing about women and equality. I don't want to hear nothing else about equality. You don't want equality. Because when you commit a crime, you want to play the sex card. I'm the weaker sex. I had a modeling career and it fell. This is why I hit the gas and ran into the back of somebody else's car, killing 3 people, by the way. This girl really did that. She was driving and was coming to a red light and sped up and ran her car right into the back of these guys were just out one day, just chilling, just hanging out, throwing up, and bam, she just took 3 of their lives and didn't do a day in jail for it. And their excuse was because she had a failed modeling career. You can commit capital murder. She did it. She accelerated. You know, if you run in the back of somebody's car at a high rate of speed, you can kill them. This is not manslaughter. It's murder. It's murder 1. You know you're going to kill someone if you do certain things and run in the back of somebody's car when they don't even see you. And you just come out of nowhere and they can't go anywhere. And you hit the gas, wow, bow. Oh, her modeling career was failing, so we're going to let her go. God's not going to let her go. She's going to pay for that. She's going to pay for that. Women don't want equality. They don't want equality. They want to cry vagina whenever the law has them. I have a vagina, therefore I'm allowed to be hysterical because of hysterectomy. Hysterectomy, hysterical. I am allowed to be hysterical because I have a vagina and my vagina rules. No, it doesn't. Not according to the scriptures. Your vagina is going to get you in trouble. Listen, people, there is the law of nature. There's the law of God. There's the law of the land. And you got to obey them. And just in case, just because you get by on one, don't mean you're going to get by on all of them. Okay? You're not getting away with anything. Those courts don't throw you in jail for murder 1. Trust me, you're still going to pay for that. You're not getting away with nothing. I'm telling you, ladies, you're fooling yourself. You're not getting away with none of those crimes. Don't you ever believe that. These women out here committing the most heinous crimes and laughing about it. Because some other woman lawyer takes her hand and walks her out of court like, oh, she's innocent. Nah. She's not innocent. She knew what she was doing. We all make mistakes. We all have to repent and go before God and work that out before Him. We're not. The only way that messing around with a 14-year-old is legal is by parental consent and you marry them. And this is different from state to state, but nonetheless, this is a law. You know, it is. Unfortunately, it is a law. And you guys can look it up because I know a lot of people's going to have a lot of things to say about that. But don't look at me. Go to legislation and look at it. It has to be parental consent. And I think, like I said, it varies from state to state. And this is why that whole Elizabeth Smart case, when that guy took Elizabeth, she was 14. If that guy would have approached the parents and been like, I want to marry your daughter. If he would have done that, and the parents would have been like, okay, and the daughter would have been like, okay, and he would have married her, he would have never got in trouble. He would have never got in trouble. Not one bit. Vice versa for males. Some older woman is like, look, I want to marry your son. He's 14. He wants to be with me. I want to be with him. I'm 35. I already know the way it looks. But according to the law of parental consent, so you guys have to look that up. I don't know the whole ins and out, but I believe that's how it goes. I'm not a lawyer, not yet. And I'm not pretending to tell you guys something to egg you on to mess with people in that age. I'm saying that the movement for men and women going after people of that age is not new. This has been going on since we've been walking on this earth. And I mean, long before Adam. Adam wasn't the first man. All right. That's a whole nother video. But this has been going on for a long time. Okay. If you guys don't believe it, there's something called the dowry. Look up the dowries and how those went. So, you know, in the age of consent or the age of accountability, and even in the Bible, a lot of the stuff that is there. A lot of the people who are mentioned in the Bible, they're not 18, 21 and older. They're 12 and 14 and they're getting married off because that's what you did. So then, then you have legislation that comes in and says a person can't deal or they don't know what's happening to them at this age. And this is why you have in different parts of the country, you have legislation saying, well, in this part of the land, we believe the age of 16, where they fully understand what's going on as far as courting and all that other stuff. They understand this, so it's legal there. Then you have people in California going, no, we believe it should be 18 for whatever reason. They're going, 18 should be here. Then in other states, they're going 16 or 17. So, you have your variations of when a person on their own can say, I want to do this with somebody who's older, man or woman. So there's that. But like I said, you guys would have to look up that legislation. And a lot of it is on the internet, or you can call your House representative or a lot of things like that. So I highly suggest you do that. I highly suggest you don't go out and mess with 14, 15-year-olds. It's not good. It's not. It really isn't. It's not good. It's just a bad thing to do. Stay away from it. Stay away from them. The teacher said we should not have been left alone. And I was like, wait, what? You're a teacher. You're the one person that we can leave our kids alone with because you're teaching them. You can't say that and be in your right state of mind. We should not have been left alone. There's tutors who are left alone with, 14-year-olds and 13-year-olds. It's like, what? So no teacher can be alone with someone who's underage? No, you're messed up. Don't look at the system and say the system's messed up. You're messed up. We should not have been left alone. No. You should have acknowledged that you had feelings and attractions to someone who was 14 and should have got the hell out of there. You should have left is what you should have done. And another thing about these women who get caught, some of them have to register, some of them don't have to register. But here's the thing. When men get caught messing with 14-year-olds, when men get caught, you know what happens to them after they get out? I mean, it's terrible what happens to them. They go to jail, and of course they get beat up, raped, and all this other stuff. Yes, that happens because you mess with a 14-year-old girl. And all those guys in there, they're all sympathetic to girls because some of them, they have girls. They're like, I have a little girl, she's 12. And they're just like, what if that would happen to my kid? So they go beat you up and you're not going anywhere. You're just going to get beat up. Then you're somebody's slave for I don't know how many years that you're in jail. And after that, it's not like it gets better when you get out. When you get out of jail, like they have a whole community of guys who are all sex offenders, and they all have to live in this one area, in these one they're not even apartments, they're trailer homes. It's where they live. Hey, what's going on, Nicole? Like these guys live in trailer homes, and if they get evicted out of there, it's hard for them to find a regular place where there's no kids around for them to live. And in one part of the country, there's a bunch of them living up under a bridge. They're exiled. There are a bunch of men who are exiled. Straight up. They can't go anywhere. Try to do that with a bunch of women. Try to exile a bunch of these teachers who've been sleeping with these 14-year-olds and having drunken parties with them, and while their husbands are away or their husbands aren't away, and then they run back to their husband when they get caught. Like this one woman, this one teacher was messing with a 12-year-old boy on the side of a road. She parked her car, and the car wasn't even, how she got caught? Her name was Stagler. She's a black woman too. You know how she got caught? She got caught because her car was on the road. It wasn't even on the side of the road. It's just like she must have caught a hot flash and just was like, stop the car right here, jumped in the back seat with the boy and got it on with him. And when the police saw the car's sticking halfway on the road. So they jump out, go and look in the back of the car. They pull her out of the car with no pants on and him with his pants halfway down. And you know what she said at 2:00 in the morning? She was tutoring the boy. I can't make this up. I cannot make this story up. I can't. You have to read it. And she was a performance teacher or something like that, and helping the kids with the whole play and stuff like. I was like, you can't be serious. Like you just stopped the car, jumped in the back seat, and you're off to the races with this kid at 2. You didn't think that you were going to get pulled over because your car is in the road. You can't. You can't. Oh my goodness, there was role playing, all right. So this other teacher, she decides, she's a gym teacher. This teacher, she decides to not get it on with one of the boys. She was making her rounds. Like one of the boys would hit, then they would go tell the other boy, and she was like, bring it on. So they was just taking turns on her. She just didn't even care. Another teacher, she was like, you know what? You guys ain't even got to come to me one-on-one. What this teacher did. Oh, if I want to see anybody in jail, it is this teacher right here. Let me tell you something. This was my kid. I would have been in jail. I would have beat this chick up, straight up. I don't care. I would have went after this chick. I would have been like, I'm telling you now, you better stay in jail because I'm on you as soon as you get out. And I would have said it in front of the cops. I'd have been like, get out of jail and see what happens to you. I'm telling you straight up, you can put me in jail right now. Because when she gets out, I get out, I'm coming to see you. What this chick did was she didn't tell that one kid. She said, 5 of you come to my crib. I'll get you drunk. You can smoke weed. You can do anything you want to me. You can spit on me. You can hit me. Anything. She corrupted those kids. And she didn't only do it once. This was her thing. I would have hurt that woman. As a father, I would have hurt that woman. I would have hurt her bad for giving my kids drugs, getting my kid drunk. I would have hurt her bad, real bad. I would have hurt that woman. She is married too. She did 6 months in jail. They let her out. I don't know. But one woman, there was black teens. She was a good-looking teacher, too. Thick. She was built like a sister. She loved black boys. She had herself one black boy, and he was knocking her out left and right. He was knocking her around. And she is married, just as married as she wanted to be, but she wanted herself some black boy. The most recent teacher, she was messing with a black boy. Little hood dudes. They love the hood dudes. I'm like, y'all don't want equality. You women y'all do not want equality. Because if they start getting 30, there's only one woman who got 30 years recently that I know of. They threw the book at this woman. I'm like, 30 years. I'm like, yes. Because if that was a man, he's getting 30 years. Yeah. High school boys, yeah. Heck yeah. In high school, I had a chick that I had an older chick that was digging me. Sure was. And I was begging her. But it never went down. She's like, no. Yeah. You got them torpedoes though. I've seen a 13-year-old girl with torpedoes like that. I ran. I didn't know how old she was until I asked. I was like, wait, how old are you? She was like 13. I didn't say anything else to her. I mean, she had me and another guy, because she just came up to us and started talking. We were at a fashion show, and it was for all ages. No, it was a modeling invitation. So, everybody shows up. And she just came up and started talking to us. No parents, nothing. And we were just talking. And then, we just happened to just look at her. Like, we were just talking. And then, she started talking. And we were like, yeah, blah, 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 because we were talking about the agency. And then we just happened to, and she had some out to here and knew it. And we was like, wait, how old are you? And she was like 13. We turned around and made a beeline away from this chick. Now, if her parents was there, you talk all day. But by yourself, that girl could have said anything. We got the heck out of there. Because you're not going to falsely accuse us for that. No, we ran. We already knew what it was. And it's a shame. Because it wasn't like we was talking about something inappropriate. We was talking about the agency. But just for the simple fact that people are going to jail just for saying anything, just for allegations, we ran up out of there. We was gone. I never saw that girl again. I didn't even turn around. I went totally in another room with a bunch of people in it. I made sure that I was surrounded by people. No, honey, you're not getting me on that. Yeah, she's 13 years old. I was like, no, we got out of there. And here's another thing. Both of us at the same time walked away. As soon as she said her age. Both of us. We didn't even, it wasn't even there wasn't even an extra thought. And that's bad because me and him didn't know each other. But that's how afraid we are. That's how afraid we are to talk to anyone. You're afraid to talk to girls and women, and you make sure that there's a parent around. There's girls outside of my door every day. I do not talk to them, and they're mad at me because I used to kid around and used to let them, they'd come and borrow my hose for the summer and stuff like that. I don't do that no more because one of the little girls said, I'm going to tell my dad you pinched me. I was like, I never touched you. That's all they had to say to me. Huh. Hey, what's going on? That's all she had to say. And I stopped talking to them. They can't stand me now because I don't knock on my door. I don't want to buy candy. I don't go nowhere near them. Like they want me to play. I don't play with them. I won't even look in their freaking direction. I don't. No, I'm not. No, because I know society. And one of those kids could say anything, and I have to prove myself. I'm guilty before. And no, don't come around me. Don't. I hate the fact that they have to play on my porch because the other girl lives next door. I hate the fact that we share. Like, I want to leave, but I can't leave right now. It was fun because you boo. That's they hit on me. So I started dressing in baggy clothes, but it didn't help. No, if you got tig old biddies, you got them. My teachers were in their 40s. You know, absolutely. Absolutely, they're going to hit on you. But here's the kicker. Why are these 12 and 13-year-old girls hitting on older men? Why? It happens every day. In middle school, the same teachers got my classmate pregnant. Wow. She was 14, but she says she loves sleep. Yep. She loves sleeping with him and that she been having sex since 10. Yeah. And the other teacher went to another school. Yeah. That's not strange to me. That's not strange to me. That's not strange at all, especially with a lot of the women that I've talked to about their experiences when they were kids. I used to be in like complete shock, but now I'm just like, it's not normal, but it happens so many times. It's like, wait, what? I was like, a couple of them, I just had to say, oh, baby, I am sorry. They're like, I'm not. I was like, wait, what? One girl was like, she's like, you don't understand. I was chasing them. I was like, what? Why were you chasing older men you're not even a teen yet? Like, why would you do that? She said that's just what she wanted. And she was tracking them down. I was like, wow. Like, I never heard. Then I met another girl who was the same way. She was like, yeah, let's go. I was like, wait, what? It just, I don't get none of it, but I stay the hell away. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I'm scared to death. Listen, I don't even want them running up into me and playing. Like, I will not play with these kids anymore. And I used to sit out there and buy them stuff and, and play ball with them and all that. I won't do none of that. None. I won't play ball with them. I used to help them build stuff. I don't do none of that. I just walk. When I come outside, I walk along the sidewalk and I keep it moving. I'm not doing nothing. Because it's dangerous. One lie, and I'm a single male. One lie, and I have to prove that what they're saying is a lie. And who do you think they're going to believe? One lie. I went to one of these little girls out here. She kept coming on my porch and knocking on my door and asking me to come outside. I went to her father's house. I was like, tell your daughter to stop knocking on my door. Like I'm a grown man. I can't play with her. I can't. I used to sit outside, on my porch. I can't do that no more. I can't because people are crazy. People are nuts. I can't do it. She'd come over and talk to me all the time. I can't. That little girl, I'm sorry, I can't play with you. She mad now. Now when I come out, she avoids me like the plague. Because she's mad because I won't play with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to buy none of the stuff that they sell for school. I don't want to buy your Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mints. I don't like Girl Scout cookies. The ones with the raisins, no milk raisins. I'm not, don't knock on my door and like they all think I'm mean now. No, I'm trying to protect myself. I'm trying to protect myself against false accusations because I keep seeing the same thing happen over and over to guys who ain't even thinking about these people. They're just making accusation after accusation, and these guys have to pay all this money to prove that what they're saying is a damn lie. I'm like, no, I can't assume that everybody understands that I'm just being neighborly. You can't do that no more. Listen, I'm 51. Being neighborly is what you did. That's what you did. You were friendly. Everybody borrowed milk, sugar, eggs, bread. You did. Everybody knew everyone. Nobody was on it like that. Not anymore. You can't be neighborly. You can't. Because the cops are going to be knocking at your door if you're a single male. They're coming to see you. Because somebody's mom made up a complete lie. And now you're guilty until proven innocent. Women don't want equality. Women don't want equality. That's not what they want. You don't want to be equally charged like a man. And all this stuff about men being the aggressor. Y'all ain't been reading the news lately. Men aren't the aggressors. Men being dominating and all this and women being afraid. Women ain't afraid of men anymore. They ain't afraid of us. These women are doing all kind of heinous crimes. The only time they're afraid is when the police show up. They're not afraid of men. Or that one woman who poured bleach down her boyfriend's throat and killed him. Or that other woman who stabbed her man several times and laughed about it in court. Women, y'all can't tell me women are the weaker sex. I will never believe that. Do I believe I can bench press more than they can? Absolutely. But as far as weak, no. There's a lot more to strength than just bench pressing. I'm not buying that no more. I'm not. I don't believe a woman needs my help anymore. And my natural instinct is to help a woman. I don't believe that no more. No. Because I'll tell you what helpless is. Helpless is facing a woman in the court of law. You want to feel helpless as a man? Let a woman say something about you that ain't true. And then the boys come get you. And you're looking at that judge and you realize that you cannot get out of this. That is helplessness. Your strength can't get you out of this. You're facing a judge, you're surrounded by cops, and there is a woman saying stuff about you that is not true. That's a whole different type of fear. No. Women do not want equality. They don't. Women are no longer the weaker sex in my eyes. They're just not. They're far more powerful than I am. Far more. They're more powerful in legislation. There's more of them than there is of us, men. They have the power to sway votes easily. Look at what they did to Obama. It was like, if you don't put Hillary Clinton in a high position, you're going to have a problem. These white women was threatening him. Threatening him. When he got elected in 2008, they threatened the president. Women are not the weaker sex. Not even close. They have way more power than I ever will. Way more power. Not the weaker sex. Everything that comes out their mouth has to be watched. Everything. Because they can commit the most heinous crimes and walk away. How about that woman who shot her husband over insurance money? Said that he was cheating on her. As soon as he came in the door, she had a 45 and blew him away. And got sentenced to 25, and then a judge overturned it, and she's free today and remarried. She straight up murdered this guy. Nope. Women are not the weaker sex. And men are starting to really see that. So all that white knighting and all that apologies these men are having, all that is stopping. All that white knighting and I can save her. It's like, no, she needs to save me. She makes more money than I do. She makes more money than I do. Women on the whole make more money than men. Because there's more of them working than there is men. And they're not all working at McDonald's. These are executives and nah. Women are not the weaker sex anymore. And I'm not talking about butch chicks and all this other dyke stuff. I'm talking about the regular average woman. Nope. That woman does not need my help for anything. They don't need my help. They don't need your help to move furniture. Like, oh, you're strong, or you can build. They don't need my help to build something or to move something. They can call up a whole cadre of women that'll come over and help them do something. Boot me out the way. Get out of the way. And there'll be a whole women's group that'll come over and build a whole damn fortress. They don't need us to build anything. What do you think a woman needs a man for? Give them babies? Half of these women don't want babies. Man is a second-class citizen now. Half of these chicks don't even want kids. And the spinsters are too old to have kids. What do you think they need you for? To jump up and down on them? They go get a piece of plastic for that. Straight up. They're more happy with that plastic than what they are with the regular man. I'm done. Here's to you, ladies. Sip of soda. got what you wanted. You wanted to be powerful on Capitol Hill. You're powerful on Capitol Hill. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? Start burning bras back in the 60s. You know, tell Capitol Hill to mind their business and stay out of here of a JJ. Now you can whore around. You can sleep with hundreds of men. Now porn stars are popular. Porn stars are like being revered. The president sleeps with a porn star while he's married. And it's nothing. This porn star is walking around like, yeah, I sleep with the president on a regular. So what? And nobody bats an eye. Stormy Daniels sleeps with the president on a regular. Nobody. J.F. Kennedy had to hide Marilyn Monroe. He had to hide her. Stormy Daniels walking around getting paper. Now everybody loves porn stars. I'm almost with you on that. I'm going to hide this, though, because I don't like cursing on my channel. Yeah, Stormy Daniels walking around getting money. That Khalifa chick, her too. It's like, yay, porn stars. Be a complete whore. Be a total whore. Amber Rose, the slut walk. I'm a slut. You people are out of your mind. God is going to burn this whole thing down. God is going to burn all those pretty faces and big booty, all that twerking and filthiness. God is going to burn that whole thing down. You listen, if you're a woman, yeah, the slut walk, Amber Rose, I can't stand her. And she had a kid in that commercial. I can't stand that woman. I can't stand that woman. I can't stand a dang thing about her. Only thing about Amber is she's good looking. That is one fine chick. But I can't stand her because morally, she is a piece of trash. And that's how I look at her. You're just a piece of trash. And I think she's changing her mind now. I don't care. Just like the Kardashians. I don't care about y'all. They all fall into the same to me. They all do. Because they promote being trashy. They do. I don't care how many people you get out of jail, Kim. You're looked at as the trashiest, most popular person on the planet. Kim Kardashian is the most famous person on the planet because she takes off her clothes. No. You're married and you're still doing naked selfies. I can't take it anymore. There's just no hope for the regular people. Like you're married and still showing off your ass. You got like 4 kids or whatever. Like, it's just bad out here. Just trash, man. Just straight up trash. I'm telling you, God's gonna burn all that down. He gonna burn. Now listen, I ain't got no problem with having a nice body. If you're a good-looking woman, you're a good-looking woman. I ain't got no problem with that. What I got a problem is you out here being a hoe. And listen, I done had my hoe days, but I had to repent from that. Shoot, I was out there just like everybody. I had to repent because I'm like, this is not what God meant for my body. I remember one day I was tripping, just doing what I wanted. And the Lord was like, you better not do that again. And I was like, all right. I remember him telling me to leave one woman I was with. He was like, I'm telling you now, you better leave this house. I was like, all right. Another woman I was with, he was like, you better leave her alone. I was like, all right. Because I'm not stupid. God has shown me what's in hell. And he's shown me hell itself. I'm not stupid. Listen, I love a good romp in the hay like anybody else. But there's a way to do things. And if you just throw that out the window, if you just throw the laws of God out the window, you are asking to be burned alive forever. You're asking for the worst. You're asking him to do it. If you just toss it all out the window and then have other people doing it, like pushing this whole thing, you're asking God to come for you. Listen, that's just a battle I don't want. I got my own issues. I'm like, man, Lord, that woman look good, but I know better. I don't go to the clubs. I don't smoke, drink. It's just not what I want to put in my body. I don't go out there looking for chicks to do. I don't do none of that. I don't do it. I live a very solitary life. Yeah, it gets lonely, but I don't want to go to hell. And trust me, it gets lonely. But I don't want to see hell, man. I don't want to see no parts of hell. I don't want to go. I don't know how you people can take the Bible and toss it out. Why you listen to these clowns on Capitol Hill and toss the Bible out and think that it's not going to happen to you. Like death is not going to catch up with you. You women don't want equality. I'm telling you, there are a lot more women in hell than there are men. You women better, listen, put your clothes on. Put your clothes on. Nobody is impressed because you got a fatty. There's beautiful women all over the planet. Put your clothes on. You got a fatty, it's going to show even if you had on a potato sack. I done mess with plenty of girls who have fatties. Listen, I appreciate all of them because I'm a man. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I also know that there are laws, even for the fatty. There are laws. You got to obey the law. We all got problems when it comes to that. Women are so beautiful. Other women are chasing them down. I get it. But there are laws and we gotta, y'all can't be running around here chasing down little boys. These court systems may let you go, but there are laws. Shoot, if you like him that much and you think you love him, go to his father. Tell his father, look, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm single, I'm 30, he's 14. I ain't touched him. I'm just telling you. I did get, it's wrong. I feel it's wrong, but I'm being pulled in this area. He likes me. I like him. I don't know what else to do. There it is. Go to the police. Say, listen, I have affection for someone who is 14, and I need counseling. I need help. I need something, And when you look at the law, they can help you out. They can remove you, and you can remove yourself. There are people who can help you with your situation, and if the parent consents, then you could be married to that person. And that's the truth. You really can be. I think you just called me a bad name. Yeah, I think this is bad. I don't speak Espanol, but I think you just called me a bad name. If you did, I'm just going to get rid of you on my channel. But I'm going to wait and look it up first. So if you speak English, I'm going to find out what you just said. Because I think you just called me a name. So let me go to translator. We go to Google Translate. You Hispanic people, man, y'all, we know how to figure out what you're saying to us. Okay? We know how. Shut up. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, you're not getting away with nothing. Now I'm gonna report you to YouTube. You understand that in English? You get reported, huh? Puto. Huh? You understand that? You understand that, punk? Now you're getting reported to YouTube. For hate speech. And I hope they take your channel from you. Huh? You understand that? SA? Now you're going to retract your statement. You're not getting away with nothing just because you speak in Espanol. You know what I'm saying? We can figure it out. Anyways, I gotta go.